From the mud to the rise, yeah, we built it on the grind. Trench talk, real talk, leave the fake ones behind. We don't fold, we don't break, every move we define. It's the code from the trenches where the real ones align.
Yo, buckle up, fam, cause this story's about to hit harder than a drive-by in the middle of a block party. We're talking about loyalty, betrayal, and some straight-up gangster drama that'll make your jaw drop. Let's dive into this mess like we're crashing a VIP section at the club. So picture this. WACK 100 and Loose Cannon were the Bonnie and Clyde of the media streets. These two were tighter than a fresh pair of Jordans, always rolling deep, always got each other's backs. Loose was the enforcer, the muscle, the dude who'd throw hands faster than you could say no jumper. If WACK had beef, Loose was the one turning it into a BBQ. They were like Batman and Robin, except Robin was out here catching bodies while Batman was running his mouth on Clubhouse. But yo, 2023 hit different. These two kings of the content game split like a bad wig. Yeah, you heard me right. The dynamic duo, done. And let me tell you, the fallout was messier than a drunk fight at a family reunion. Now, here's where it gets spicy. A few days ago, Loose's crib got swatted. Cops rolled up on his block like it was a scene out of Training Day. His wife hit the gram, panicking like, yo, my man's in there. The whole block's surrounded. I can't even get home. She's out here praying to the heavens while Loose is probably inside loading up the artillery like, come and get it, boys. But instead of WACK being like, yo, my brother's in trouble, let's ride, this dude hops on Clubhouse and starts clowning the situation. He's out here saying, if it was me, my wife wouldn't be on social media crying. She'd be out here handling business. Bruh, you really gonna diss your man's wife while he's got the feds at his door? That's some snake level betrayal, my guy. Loose ain't having it. He hops on the gram like, WACK, we throwing hands. No content, no cap, just straight up knuckle sandwiches. He's like, you wanna make me a meme? Nah, homie, we settling this the old school way. Bring your crew, I'll bring mine. Let's see who's really about that life. And let me tell you, when Loose says he's ready to throw down, he means it. This ain't no TikTok challenge, this is dead homie energy. He's calling out WACK like, you wanna talk slick about my wife? You wanna turn my pain into your profit? Nah, fam, we squaring up. 600 deep, no cameras, just fist and fury. Meanwhile, WACK's over here trying to play it cool, but we all know he's sweating harder than a snitch in church. He's out here like, I'm just speaking my truth, but Loose ain't buying it. He's like, you let your people disrespect my queen? Nah, that's a line you don't cross. You wanna make it content? Cool, but now it's personal. So Loose Cannon ain't holding back no more. He's on the gram, spitting fire like, yo, you crossed the line, WACK, and when I push, I don't stop. Ain't no coming back from this. He's out here reminding everyone that his name ain't just for show. Loose Cannon means he's explosive, unpredictable, and ready to blow at any second. He's like, y'all playing games, but I'm not the one. You keep messing with me, and somebody's gonna get hurt. Dead homies, I'm trying to be cool, but don't get it twisted. I'm about that life. And let me tell you, when Loose says it's a wrap, he means it. This ain't no TikTok beef. This is real life, no turning back. Bring your crew if you want energy. He's calling out WACK like, stop the game, stop the manipulation, cause if I run into you, it's gonna be a problem. Savage.
But WACK? Oh, he's out here playing the victim like he's auditioning for a daytime soap opera. He drops this message like, I got nothing but love for Loose. I stood godfather to his son. That meant something to me. I did nothing wrong. I'm just a phone call away. Bruh, you really gonna hit us with the I'm the victim card after clowning your man's wife while he's got the feds at his door? Nah, fam, that's weak sauce. And then he's out here trying to spin the narrative saying, oh, Loose's wife said the block was blocked off, but that don't mean he was in jail. But guess what? Loose comes back like, nah, I was in jail. So WACK's out here looking like a clown, trying to downplay the situation, but Loose ain't letting him off the hook. He's like, if my man's in jail, I'm calling his people. But you just sat back and made content out of it. That's fake love, bro. And let's keep it real. WACK's whole I did nothing wrong act, that's straight up cap. You don't get to disrespect your man's wife, turn his pain into your profit, and then act like you're the good guy. Nah, fam, that's snake behavior. Loose is out here reminding everyone that loyalty ain't just a word, it's an action. And WACK, he failed the test. So WACK's out here trying to play the I didn't know card, like he's auditioning for the role of clueless Clyde. He's like, yo, I didn't know Luce was in jail. I'm not gonna scream it on the internet if I don't know for sure. But hold up, fam. Brick, one of Luce's close homies, was blowing up WACK's phone trying to get Luce out. And what does WACK do? Crickets. He's out here acting like he didn't get the memo, but Brick was on the phone for 30 minutes trying to handle business. And then WACK has the nerve to say, I don't know, bro. Nah, my guy, that's weak sauce. If your man's in trouble, you don't sit back and play dumb. You pick up the phone, you make calls, you handle it. But WACK, he's out here like, not my problem. Dead homies, that's not how you ride for your crew. Meanwhile, Luce is out here reposting receipts like he's running a courtroom. Somebody posted that Luce ain't cool with WACK no more, and guess what? Luce reposted it. That's his way of saying, yeah, it's true, we done. And then WACK's out here trying to spin it like, I didn't make content about him. But let's keep it real. Clubhouse was buzzing, and WACK was front and center, talking slick. He's like, I didn't hear her say he was in jail, but Luce ain't buying it. He's like, bro, I've had your back in real life situations. I've put my life on the line for you. And this is how you repay me? By clowning me on social media? And here's the kicker. Luce ain't picking up the phone. He's done with the talks, the excuses, the fake love. He's standing firm like, you showed me who you are, and I believe you. WACK's out here saying, I'm just a phone call away. But Luce ain't dialing. Why? Because when the feds were at his door, WACK wasn't answering. When the heat was on, WACK was too busy running his mouth on Clubhouse. That's not loyalty, that's betrayal. So where does this leave us? Two former brothers, now bitter enemies, standing their ground like it's the Wild West. WACK's out here acting like he's innocent, but the streets know the truth. And Luce, he's done with the games, the manipulation, the fake love. He's out here like, you want to talk slick? Cool, but don't come crying when I pull up. The real question is, should WACK have been more loyal? Or did Luce already know the deal, that everybody becomes content when you're rolling with WACK? Now here's what happened. A couple of days ago, Brick Baby, Big U, Loose Cannon, and a whole crew of Rolling 60s members just got nabbed by the feds. Yeah, you heard me right. These dudes were living large, running podcasts and acting like they were untouchable. But guess what? The feds came knocking, and now they're facing charges that'll make your head spin. And get this, Brick and Luce were on a podcast literally last night acting like they were cool. But let's keep it real. These two hated each other. So, were they faking the funk to throw off the feds? Or did they just not see this coming? Either way, it's suspicious as hell. Now, let's talk about Big U. WACK 100 called this months ago. He was like, yo, Big U's getting arrested next month. And guess what? Boom, the feds rolled up, and now Big U's looking at 20 years in federal prison. Coincidence? Nah, fam. WACK's either got a crystal ball or some serious insider info. Either way, he called it. But wait, it gets worse. The feds held a press conference and they dragged Big U's name through the mud like it was a WWE SmackDown. They're calling him a murderer, a thief, a liar, and a cheat. They're saying he killed a musician signed to his label, dumped the body in Vegas, and then tried to silence witnesses. Oh, and that's not all. They're accusing him of trafficking prostitutes, extorting businesses, and even stealing COVID relief money. And get this, he was running a charity that was supposed to help at-risk youth. But instead, he was using it as a front for his criminal empire. Celebrities, athletes, and businesses were donating to this charity, thinking they were helping kids, but Big U was pocketing the cash. Dead homies, that's some next level grimy behavior. So, where does this leave us? Brick, Big U, Loose Cannon, and the rest of the crew are looking at serious time. The feds ain't playing, and neither are the streets. This is a fall from grace that's gonna be talked about for years.